Okay, and we're back on the train set right here. Well, I think I said earlier about using a character called Picker, which would be this train right here, as a new character in Thomas & Friends New Engine Slideshow Part 51. A number of people, well, I already said in the last video that I had my Eli the Tank Engine series at a hold because we've run out of characters to use. Of course, I have seen on the Thomas Wiki that there have been, well, that Steven has friends, so I may put them into the series. Also, probably provided that that on the last video, Tramper 09 asked if I could make him a character, and he asked if he could be some sorts of characters such as Wilbert or Scruffy or Alt. And I had to tell him sadly that both of those characters had already been taken. But I'm pretty sure that I can put him into part 38 with whatever other characters that I may be able to find for that. Well, enough talk about all that. Let's now go over the train set itself. Here is Knapford Station. I have two Knapford Stations. One of them is taller than the other one, and that one over there has 6 holes on it, while the other one has 2. They actually can't line up very well. The only reason why they're connected like this now is because one of them lost the peg. But they can't actually line up. Right there. I also have Henry's Tunnel over here. The reason why the word Toby is on it is because years earlier I decided to make it be Toby's Shed. And I do, whenever I make a new layout, do my best to give every single track on Henry's Tunnel part of the layout, so I'm not always successful. So I made one track runnable on, while the other 2 are just used for part of the road, like vehicles just go up onto these hills and go down. Well, of course, they're obviously not really road bases, except for this one right here, but I really don't care. And then over here we have the shed yard. I call it the shed yard. First there is these 2 sheds over here, the single sheds. I just put them side by side. Then over here is the basic roundhouse, the very first version of this roundhouse. I got it for my birthday one year. And then the deluxe roundhouse I got for my birthday another year. That's pretty awesome too. Yeah. Right there. I also did some sort of other interesting trick, in case you haven't noticed by now. By the fact that I have this track going on top of Tidna's Sheds. Now, of course, the problem with doing this is that the top of Tidna's Sheds is not lined up with putting the slopes on, so I just had to make the track, the standard track, rise up a little bit and have that be done there. More track can be found behind the shed right here. Sometimes I just have an engine just roll down that track once they get here. I'll show you that with Hank here in a... actually, maybe I better try a different character. I'm gonna go with Gordon here. And I'm just gonna have him roll on the track rather than just pick him up and just take him to where he needs to be. I usually like to do that, but sometimes I do just pick the trains up and just move them to where they're supposed to go. So I just... Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Let's try that again. Sometimes the trains don't do what they're supposed to. See? Right there. I'm actually going to do that again, but this time I'm going to put the camera at an angle right here. Right there. And I'm going to get a different character to do that. And this time, just gonna pick him up. So, here he comes. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Let's try that again. Okay, here we go. Twice. Don't make a third. Good. I was thinking I was gonna have to say, you had to disobey, didn't you? Well, it looks like not this time. Okay, so that's how that works. Sometimes they do stay on the track, and sometimes they don't. It is also pretty aggravating, like when you're having a really long train on the train set, and going around curbs are pretty hard to do. Like, let me show you. So here we have a train. I'm gonna move this house over here. This train right here, and it has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars, plus the caboose, and the tender and the engine itself, 13. Now, this can be pretty aggravating. Like, when I just... Like, yeah, see? The car just looked like it was going to tip over. Sometimes that can work with even short trains. Like, I'm just gonna disconnect these cars right here and then have them move like that. Well, they did come off the rails a little bit, but not completely. Yeah, it can be pretty hard to have a train go around the track because they want to always fall off the track. Alright, well, now of course this layout has about 2 different lines that it goes around. Like, there's one line goes from those bridges right there all the way out to that golden bridge that I made out of popsicle sticks one year over there, then over to that bridge right there, then goes over to Henry's Tunnel, goes over that ramp right there, goes all around, and comes back here. And the other way is a bit shorter. Like, first it goes through the tunnel on Muffle Mountain, and then goes to the crossing, goes over this lift bridge, then to here, then all around there, and then that goes to the track towards the sheds. It's not the best layout that I've done, but and I do want to make very good layouts. I don't have a lot of track, which is pretty much why the layout is just this for now. So I do have dreams of getting more track to expand the layout a bit. Though I really don't know how I could make a layout that I would totally agree on. And whenever I make a layout, I never end up making the layout that I am hoping to make. Because when I make a layout, I always seem to end on some missing pieces of track. So I have to improvise a bit, or I end up having too much track, which is why that, and that, and that. Yeah. When I make layouts, usually I have some pieces left over. Like right now, the pieces that I have left over would be this this slope and this double female piece of track. So just those two pieces were left over from making this train set. And I also have these not have any track in them because there just weren't enough pieces to go around. Well, I really don't know what more I can say about this layout, so I'm just gonna go now. Thank you for watching, and I might make more of those wooden railway stories, just like I did with that the Joy versus Nas one that Thomas and Michael 2 and Skulls Productions did. Of course, a problem with that is that I might not be able to get the same voice actors to do all the characters again and again. But I guess I could just do the same thing that TalesFan 369 number 2 does. Just doesn't ask the same users to voice the same characters all the time. Because sometimes he asks me to voice one character in one redub that he does, and in another redub, someone else is voicing the same character. Okay, I guess that is pretty much it. Bye-bye.